Once upon a time, playtime wasn't just fun, it was thrilling, unpredictable, and sometimes downright dangerous. From uranium in your science kit to backyard darts sharp enough to impale, toys from decades past were often more risky than parents realized. So today, let's take a ride through history, through 10 toys that may have brought joy, but are now too dangerous to ever be sold again. Welcome to a tale of excitement, engineering, and a whole lot of accidents. Number 1. The Gilberty 238 Atomic Energy Lab. In the 1950s, science was all the rage. So naturally, someone thought it was a good idea to sell kids a real nuclear lab, complete with radioactive material. The Gilberty 238 Atomic Energy Lab came with real uranium or alpha, beta, and gamma radiation sources, a Geiger counter, and a cloud chamber, so you could see atomic particles. The goal: inspire the next generation of scientists. The problem: you were literally handing radioactive materials to 10-year-olds. It was pulled from shelves after less than a year, but not before hundreds of kids split atoms in their bedrooms. Number 2. Lawn darts, also known as Jarts. Imagine this: a relaxing summer afternoon. The family's in the yard, kids are laughing, and then, thunk, a metal dart lands inches from someone's foot. Or worse. Lawn darts were marketed as a fun backyard game, but these weren't foam or plastic. They were heavy, weighted spears with sharp metal tips, intended to land in a ring on the grass. They too often landed in people. Over 6,000 injuries were reported in less than 2 decades, including several fatal head injuries. Eventually, in 1988, the US government banned them entirely. Today, owning a set is a collector's dream and a liability nightmare. Number 3. Creepy crawlers, the original version. Before safety switches and child-safe plugs, there was the Thing Maker. Marketed as the Creepy Crawlers Kit in the 1960s, this toy allowed kids to pour liquid plastic into metal molds and bake them in an open-face electric oven. The temperature: around 400 degrees Fahrenheit. The risk: very real. Burns were common, and so were toxic fumes. Still, it was a hit. Kids proudly pulled out rubbery bugs, snakes, and spiders right after nearly incinerating their fingers. Later versions added safety features. But the original, it was a science experiment with third-degree consequences. Number 4. Sky dancers. They were magical, they were beautiful, and when launched, they became spinning hazards from the sky. Sky dancers, released in the 1990s, were dolls that launched upward with a pull-string base. They'd twirl and fly through the air like glittery helicopters. But here's the catch: they had no predictable flight path. They hit kids in the eyes, faces, and even knocked over decorations or glassware. More than 150 injury reports came in. Scratched corneas, broken teeth, facial cuts. Eventually, the toy was recalled in 2000. They've since returned, redesigned. But kids from the 90s still flinch when they hear the whir of wings. Number 5. Snack Time Cabbage Patch Kids. In 1996, the lovable Cabbage Patch line introduced a new feature: the Snack Time Kid, a doll that could eat plastic snacks. The mouth was motorized and adorable, until it wouldn't stop chewing. There was no off switch. So, when a child's hair or fingers got caught inside, the chewing didn't stop. More than 35 injury reports came in, including pulled-out hair and bruised fingers. Parents were not amused. Mattel voluntarily recalled the doll. Lesson learned: never give a toy a motorized mouth that won't let go. Number 6. Austin Magic Pistol. This wasn't just a toy gun. It was a miniature cannon powered by chemical reaction. The Austin magic pistol of the 1940s used a compound called bangsite, a form of calcium carbide. Mix it with water, and it releases acetylene gas. Pull the trigger, ignite the spark plug, and boom! A plastic ball fires with surprising force. It looked like science fiction, but it was powerful enough to injure someone badly. Needless to say, it was pulled from shelves. But for collectors today, it remains one of the most insane toy ideas ever brought to market. Number 7. Glass-blowing kits. There's arts and crafts, and then there's molten glass. Yes, in the 1950s, kids could buy glass-blowing kits complete with a small alcohol burner, glass rods, and instructions on heating and shaping glowing, 1000-degree material. The danger, obvious: no gloves, no eye protection, no sense. It didn't take long for injuries to pile up. One wrong breath, one slip, and suddenly fun turned into first aid. They were quietly taken off the market. For good reason. Number 8. Mini hammocks with no spreader bars. A hammock sounds harmless, right? But in the 1990s, mini hammocks without spreader bars became known by another name: death hammocks. These flimsy mesh swings had no support at the ends. When kids tried to climb in, they'd twist, collapse, and trap the child inside. Tragically, over a dozen children were strangled before safety regulators issued a recall and warning. Today's hammocks include strong bars and reinforced stitching, but that dark chapter changed how we design even the simplest outdoor toys. Number 9. Clackers. If you were a kid in the 1970s, you'd probably played with clackers, two hard acrylic balls on strings that you swung up and down until they smacked together with a satisfying clack, clack, clack. But then, crack, the balls shattered, and plastic shrapnel flew into the air like mini landmines. Injuries ranged from bruised knuckles to eye damage, and sometimes the clacking motion was so intense it fractured bones. Eventually, they were banned or redesigned with softer materials. But for a moment in time, they were both beloved and feared. Number 10. Easy Bake Oven, the original versions. Let's finish with a sweet treat with a scorching twist. The original Easy Bake Oven may look harmless, but it used real light bulbs and heating elements that reached over 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Kids could bake cakes and burn their fingers. Some even got their hands stuck inside trying to retrieve a cupcake too soon. Hundreds of injuries were reported, and by 2006, Hasbro redesigned it entirely, adding guards, safer heating systems, and better access doors. Still, it's a reminder that even the sweetest toys can pack some heat. From radioactive labs to chemical pistols, these toys may have sparked joy, but they also sparked lawsuits, recalls, and a whole new approach to safety. Childhood should be filled with wonder, not wounds. And thanks to stories like these, today's toys are safer, smarter, and better tested than ever. So which one shocked you the most? Did you ever own one of these growing up? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more amazing fun facts like this one. Until next time, stay safe and stay curious.